There we go. Okay, now we got this figured out. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. How the hell are you? I just got home from bleeding into a machine for 4 hours. And on the way home, I got some chicky and I got some tater salad. Sylvia's all happy. And, mm, mm. And I'm not hurting quite as much as I was a little while ago, so that's a good thing. Mm. What's everybody up to? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Minnow, hi, honey. Yay. Yeah, I'm having some dinner. I'm just home from dialysis. And how you? Is you ogging? Is you fooing? Is you booing? Is you goo? Oh, what? Look at that over there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, she's got a little bit of the chicky, and she was looking at the tater salad, and she didn't do very much with it. Oh my! And there's ice cream. Emily, how you doing, hon? Yeah, I was just happy to be home. Oh my! What's good at the store? Ice cream. Yeah, come on over. Vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup. All the stuff I'm not supposed to have. Oh my! Let's see what we've got over here. Oh well, thank you, thank you. Uh, I'm feeling better than I was an hour ago. I'll tell you that much. Oh man. Thank you for reminding me, dear. I've got some meds to take. Let me let me see if I've got any coffee over there. I can pour a little bit, and if I don't have coffee, then I'll get water or something like that. Oh, look, there's some coffee. Yay! Oh my! I was watching. I was watching the hearing today. Let me get over there, and I'll get the coffee warmed up, and I'll sit down. Whoa! Spilled coffee into the lid of the tater salad. Didn't want to do that. Oh my! Oh, geez. Okay, let's sit down here. Let us sit. Yeah. Oh, God. I was watching the January 6th hearing. And I'll tell you, it reminded me a lot of the Watergate hearings when Alexander Butterfield showed up. Because I'll tell you, they had coffee sound doesn't sound too great. No, not all that good. No. But it looks like They had a real doorbuster going on. Hey, Amanda. Hi, honey. Yay. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Here, we can egg this fleek over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're going to copy this to the clipboard. Does everybody here know where my DM group is in the Twitter? Because what I'll do is I'll drop this in there. Oh, Lavender Green DM group. What is? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to drop this. There we are. And then, yeah, it's called a Lavender DM group for those of you who don't already know. Coffee with ice cream and coconut. Huh. That could be tasty. Yeah, I could kind of like that. I mean, I was raised by Eastern Europeans. I'll eat just about anything. Oh, especially tongue sandwiches. Mm. It is food. Yeah, that's something I need to do is coffee's done. I need to get to my favorite meat cutter. Pick up a beef heart. I can imagine that the beef heart is not quite as cheap as it used to be, but it's still a reasonably priced piece of meat. Last time I got one, which was too long ago, it was I think it was $2 a pound. Got a 5-pound beef heart for $10, and makes great sandwiches, makes great meat pies. Yum. Let me get that cup of coffee and we'll be all set here. Oh my. Oh God, I need to clean this place. It does not look like anything habitable at this moment. Oh God, that's because I've just been a total mess for the last couple of months. I'm really, really sorry. I mean, I haven't been able to do a damn thing or anything like that. Oh, yeah. There you go, beef heart. I love that. Yeah, there you go. Oh my. I saw a recipe a little while ago for a pork heart. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and I think I'd like to try it. It's a channel called Tasting History with Max Miller. Yeah, tip of the tongue and extra mustard. There you go. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. And unfortunately, it's pricey. Last time I got tongue, I think it was $7 a pound. But oh my tongue sandwiches. Oh, you've seen. Okay, you've seen it. Yes. Yeah, I forget how I stumbled across it, but it's absolutely beautiful. I love that show. Um, I just hope that Max and his fiancee will be able to get married. They're planning on getting married in October. Oh, look! Hello. Hi, honey. How you
Beautiful.
doing? Yay!
I love
Oh,
to see your smile. I love how excited you get. Like, you're so cute.
no. But yeah, it was. Yeah, when he mentioned when Max mentioned that he and Jose were planning on getting married in October, it was like, yay! I just hope they can because the way things are going with the Supreme Court, I don't know what they're going to reverse next.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of scary.
Yeah,
It really
I mean,
is.
I think about liking the idea of running away, but nobody really wants me as far as that goes. I mean, I'm old, I'm sick, I'm poor. You know how that goes.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have thought about running away. I have. But
Mhm.
the thing that is stopping me right now, as far as like I have like a sister-in-law that's Canadian, like I have like I could probably immigrate to Canada.
Oh, so you got a
Um
place to go. That's great. Yeah.
I probably could. But the thing is, to me, um, I feel a sense of responsibility to my community. And if I leave, I'm one more vote for women's rights that's leaving.
Well, yeah, yeah. There's a point to that. There is.
You know, I mean, what was the guy from Green Day was like, oh, fuck America, I'm leaving America. And I'm like, as an American, like, how am I supposed to respond to that? Like, thanks for abandoning us? Like you're somebody
Mm.
who actually has like some clout and some power, and like you're just gonna abandon us. What's his face who played Jean-Luc Picard? I can't think of his name. He like his actual name is really cool too, and I can't think of it.
Oh. For fuck's sake, I can't remember his name. I yeah.
But you know who I'm
But
talking about, right?
yeah, I have the face. Hi, Skits. How you doing, honey?
He
Um.
I remember a couple of well, it's been a few years, but it was during the Trump administration, and he was like talking about how he really didn't like Trump. He didn't like a lot of the things that were going on. Now, at the time, he's English, but he was working in Hollywood, and like a lot of that shit affected him. And he was like, "Hey, like this is, like this isn't cool." And people are like, "Well, fuck you. You're not even an American, so like you don't." Like, how do you have an opinion? And he was like, you know what? You're right. And he immigrated to the US and I'm pretty sure voted for Biden. And he, you know what I mean? He was like, you know what? You're right. Like, I see a problem. I'm going to like try and address it and try and fix it. And that's
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Yes.
Tayo Corrupto. Yeah.
Good.
It was
Good
bugging
memory.
me. I had to look it up.
You had to look it up. I didn't even notice you looking it up. But yeah, he was like, you know what? Like, yeah, I'll become an American so that I can be the voice of an American.
All right. I like that. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, that I got sick and everything else because I did have plans to run for office if I could just find the money, if I could just find the voters to vote for me. But I can't do it now. There's no.
Well, you can't do it right now, but you can do it after you get a kidney.
Yeah, I could think about that, but I don't know when. I don't know offhand when I'll get that. I mean, I do have a couple people have offered, and that's a really great thing. I mean, Purple has offered, and I think there's another person out there somewhere. But
What's
hmm?
what's up with purple? I missed a whole lot of shit there for a while because I was dealing with some personal shit, and I won't go into it, but I was kind of MIA for like from basically the end of February up until recently. So I heard is she having some health issues, additional health issues?
What, health issues?
Yeah.
If she is, I haven't heard about it.
Okay.
I'll have to tap her on the shoulder and find out what's going on.
I had like gotten a DM, and it was like I I don't want to like share people's DMs, so I'm not going to say exactly what it was, but it left me with the impression that like maybe she was having health issues that
Oh, that would not be good. We don't
so
need one of us having health issues.
but I hope I'm not like outing her business or anything. I don't want to out her business. I'm sorry. I did the way the person had worded it, I had assumed that it was public knowledge and something I had missed. So I
Mm,
apologize if that is something that I'm um
no, I haven't been out there very much either. I
well
was
yeah, you've
on
been dealing with
channel
health.
with her a couple times over the last couple of weeks, but what, honey? What? What's this? Oh wow, yeah. I got dinner at Squalmart on the way home, and while I was waiting for the car to go home, here's this guy with a, I don't know,
I'm
what's
listening.
the really small, what?
I'm listening.
Oh, what's the really small dog that kind of looks like a corgi, but I think it's smaller than your basic corgi. But he's got this little puppy and the whole thing, and he went to pick the puppy up to put it in the mobile cart or whatever it was. Picks the damn dog up by the leash and collar. And it's like, yeah, I wanted to just take the dog right there.
By the
Uh,
oh my god, it wasn't even a harness? Because like with a harness, that's bad enough. But like just a
it
collar?
was just a collar, and I'm amazed the puppy didn't scream.
Probably couldn't scream. His airways probably cut off. He probably couldn't.
Yeah, and they're like, what the hell are you doing, sir? I don't know.
Well, I told
People,
myself that I'm gonna get a puppy, maybe a
ooh,
kitten, maybe a puppy, um, as soon as you get a kidney.
mm,
Because as of right now, as soon as we get you on the list and we get you a kidney and everything else, who knows when it's gonna be?
yeah,
And
well,
I
it's
don't
probably going to be 2034.
okay. Then I'll look forward to having a puppy or a kitten in 2034.
But
But
if
that's
it goes,
I was like, because I lost my dog last year,
yeah,
and she was 17, and I'd had her for
aw,
16 years, and she was my buddy. And the year before that, I had lost my cat, who was 10. Um, and I kind of have been like in this place where I'm like, I don't have a pet, and it's weird. I've had pets
yeah,
like my
yeah.
entire life. And I was like, well, am I ready for a pet? And then I was kind of going through some mental health issues, and I was like, I don't know. Um, if I'm in a good place for a pet or not a good place for a pet, I was like, and then, well, when I quit my job and I kind of had decided, well, I actually had decided on that day that I was going to be your care person, that I was going to tell you that. And then I was like, I'm going to sleep
Oh,
on it for a few days just to like make sure that it wasn't a decision, that it was like a rash decision because I quit my job and everything. Um, and so at that point I was like, okay, well, I'll wait until you get
I
a
just have to
kidney so
work
that
on
I
a
can
place to
drop
put you.
everything at the drop of a hat.
Mm-hmm. I just have to work on a place to put you.
I mean, I can sleep on an air mattress for I'm assuming like probably the first couple like week or two. You're probably going to want me there 24/7.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're going to want you here 24/7. Um,
So, we'll get an air mattress. That's no big deal. I mean, I could run out and get one of those like on the way there. So like that's no big deal. Um and we'll just air it up. And it can be, we air it up at night and then it's out of the way during the day or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
this is about 500 square feet, 512 square feet, something like that. It's a small place, and the way I've got it set up, it's loaded with stuff. Um, I mean, the broadcast system here takes up about half the living room.
good. Well, the
So
other good thing about that is because then I can just bring my laptop, and if I want to like do live streams and shit while I'm there, I'm just going to use your
yeah,
computer.
absolutely. Purple has done that, and she was here a couple times because I've got the router up there, and we just plug it in, and away she goes. You know.
Yeah, and I could just leave my desktop and everything here. Use, for if I want to like live stream or if I actually want to like upload any like decent sized video, I could, use your computer or whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um,
And I
and it's
kind of know how to use Linux, so
well, you don't even
you'll
have
be
to.
there.
You don't even have to use the Linux as far as that goes. You know,
Okay.
you
Um,
you just plug it into the router, and it's instantly recognized no matter what. I mean, you could be running Sun OS as far as that goes, and it would still know what to do with it.
cool, cool. Well, I figure like basically just get everything ready to like where I can leave within a couple hours, you know.
There you
Um
go. Yeah.
and then so we're going to have two options as far as vehicle. Um I have a truck that will make it out there. Fine. It's fine. I think it's like a 2019 truck. It'll
Oh,
get
okay.
out there and back. It's fine. Um and we have money in the account to pay for gas. Or the other option is if we can get either in a Facebook group or even just like talk to like if there's like local like rental places and stuff like that that would donate a car or give us a reduced rate on a car and
Ooh.
just like get the first flight out there. And I think that would be obviously quicker. And then also I think it might be a little bit easier on you because my truck it's a Toyota Tundra and just like climbing in and out of it isn't going to be the easiest.
Uh,
Whereas if we could get
ooh.
like a Ford Explorer or something, that would be a lot easier for you to get in and out of.
Yeah, when Purple came out here, well, she came out here a couple times. Let's see, in 2019, she came out here to pick me up and take me to Kentucky for the Ark Encounter protest. And then when I ended up in Hostapole, she came out
I
here to look
remember.
after Sylvia. And both times it was a 2 day trip for her to get out here and to go back
Where
home.
is she? Can you give me a
Well,
general area that she's driving from? Don't dox her or anything. It's
at the
just more.
time, she was in the UP of Michigan. Now she's in central Minnesota.
So I would probably be closer at this point.
Yeah, a little
We
bit.
might be equidistant.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
Uh,
Gage from St. Louis is easy enough. Um,
um, moo, moo.
but yeah, like
Mm.
because I know where you are, and I'm equidistant from
Hmm.
from you as St. Louis. So
Yeah, native. Twice she's been here. And
where did I go? Oh,
I don't know where you went. What
I
the
I tried to like activate my green screen, but it's like being wild today, and I'm just like whatever. I don't even care.
Oh my, but yeah, it was kind of nice to have her out here too. I mean, it's
Yeah,
sometimes the lack of human company gets a little bit lonely, and
I'm
I
kind of
think
dealing with
Perfect
that
your
right now.
man.
Well, me and Cora split up, so like I've been on my own for a little
Yeah,
while.
you had mentioned. I'm so sorry about that.
It sucks. It is what it is. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I think we both wish each other the best, and
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. At least it's nice that you were able to separate amicably,
I
more or less.
yeah. Well, and I think where we live, it is a very rural area. There's not really a whole lot of LGBT community, and I think in some ways, like, that kind of played into, like, us being more amicable with each other, where it's like, "You know what? Like, we need as many allies as we can have."
Okay.
If that makes sense. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, it's okay. I'm getting through it and dealing with it. And I have been working on this, by the way. Did you see
Oh,
my message
yay.
that I sent you?
Say again?
Did you see my message that I sent you about changing font and stuff?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I never did get back to you. Shoot me.
Did you read it? You can just say it, respond here if you want.
Yeah,
For
I did.
those who are out of the loop, it's we're doing a journal for Diana. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to turn off the. It's not gonna have this band on it. This is because it's a proof, but it's a journal for Diana, and did we decide on it'll be $3 that get donated for every copy? Is that right?
Oh, that sounds good. What the
Okay,
hell? I'm easy. Yeah.
okay, and then I think it's gonna cost 10.50 is gonna be the cost on it.
Oh,
Um, which is a good price for a journal. I think did I do a 12-week? Yeah, it's a 12-week journal. So it's over 100 pages. It's a good size
oh,
journal.
so 4 of these will get you almost a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Um so yeah, that's what we're working with. And then I did change up so the font on the back is what we're keeping. Oh, look it it like popped out to where it's just showing you. That was cute.
Yeah.
But we're keeping this font and then I'm changing the interior if that's okay with you. We're changing the interior font to be a little bit less fancy but to more
Yeah,
match
I'm
the
easy.
outside of it.
I'm easy.
Okay.
I'm not cheap, but I'm easy. Jeez. And I tell you, that's absolutely true these days because Jesus Christ, I mean, just 300 a month or whatever it is just to get back and forth to dialysis. Hopefully, it'll settle down next month
Okay. Okay.
because next month I turn 65 and I'll be able to allegedly get access transportation.
Oh.
The short buses.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
They're called something different here, but when you said access, I was like, "Oh yeah, I know what that is."
allegedly it'll be cheaper than what I'm dealing with now. So
Okay.
because right now one way is $10.
And you've got to go 3 times a week, is that right?
Yeah, so that's $60 a week. Tayo korosto. uh, uh, that pisses me off. I was doing pretty well. I mean, I wasn't Howard Hughes or anything, but I was getting by, and I wasn't worried about the bills or anything like that. And then my kidneys decide to go tango uniform.
I don't like I'm so amazed by the healthcare system in the US that like literally somebody can like have their retirement everything set up and then something that is completely not their fault, their health goes
Mhm.
bad. And then what like now all of a sudden like I mean a lot of people end up having to file for medical bankruptcy, they end up homeless.
Yep.
I mean, like what the like because of your health? Because of a thing that can be fit like
It's amazing, isn't it? Where did I hear somewhere? And I don't know if this is true or not, but allegedly 60% of U.S. bankruptcies are medical.
I believe it. I believe it. I remember this was years ago now. So like this tell you it's been a problem for a while. Um but in the before times, right? I remember and this was before I was even with Cora. So this is like at least 6 years ago.
Okay.
I was talking to this guy who's an interpreter. He speaks 4 languages, but he was talking to a group. He was Italian to English interpreting. And they were talking about, in the whole course of things, one of the things that they had mentioned was, and due to a medical bankruptcy, blah, 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 blah. And he had to stop. And he was like, it's one of the only times as an interpreter that I've had to be like, can you stop for a second? Because I have to explain this, because there's no word in Italian for medical bankruptcy. And if you just say medical bankruptcy, like that doesn't, like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't get it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't exist over there.
He's like, hold on, I have to explain this concept. Like, this is not a concept that Italians are gonna even understand. Like,
No,
yeah.
it's craziness. It absolutely is. Oh, lucky you, Skits. Yeah, that's great. I hear complaints about the VA medicine, but overall, what I hear is that it's relatively decent, and at least you're not paying out what you don't have. Yeah. Yeah, no veterans benefits for me. I never served. Um, I was one of those people who never had to register for the draft. Um, the um, the draft was abolished in March. I turned 18 in July. That's how close it was.
Oh wow.
'Cause I was getting worried there for a while. I knew that I would never really. Well, I was thinking about USMA at West Point, but very likely a good thing that I didn't go ahead with that one. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Sorry, I just pulled up the chat. I realized that I was like, oh, I haven't been looking at the chat. I've been kind of out of it lately. I've been filming a couple of videos behind the scenes, and it's weird not having a chat.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm just sitting in a room talking to myself.
No, I there's one I need to upload, and there's one I need to edit, and there's a whole bunch of shit I need to film because, well, I haven't done anything in a good long time, and
Well, you've had a reason.
I've not been feeling too well. Yeah.
Um, are you able to edit at the moment with your health? Because I could ask for some like editing tips and help, but I don't want to bog you down.
I'm pretty good with the. Yeah, I'm able. It's just getting to doing it. One of those. What do you got? I joined right after 9/11. Ah, yeah, okay.
I have a lot of friends who did that. Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, I
Um,
was.
a couple of them
Okay,
did come
Melanie and I
back,
were together then. Yeah, that was.
but most of them did come back. So there's
Yeah,
that.
the funny thing was that she and I did some traveling around, if you will, and went to Dayton, the Air Force Museum, and also did some stuff out in D.C. And with everything we were doing, I was amazed that we were allowed to because it was right after 9/11. And it's a funny ass thing when I set up the system here to have the publicly accessible network. I think that was within a couple weeks of 9/11 that I bought 4 computers, and I'm amazed that nobody was knocking on the door. What do you need this for?
True though, like I am kind of surprised that they weren't like, we need more information.
Yeah, because I bought the parts to build 4 computers, but still, yeah, 486s. And I actually ran that network out of here well, not out of here. It was out of the place we lived in together, but for several years. And It was just expensive as all hell. God, that electric bill.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Because between the 4 computers that I built and then the other two, I mean, she had one for herself, I had one for myself. You're running 6 computers all the time, and God, that adds up.
Well, I can imagine when we had 2 that we were running here, that added up.
You know, I was paying something over $100 a month for electricity, and I'm amazed that I only pay what, maybe about 50 now, with as much as I
I
will.
was gonna say you're running 3 computers, is that right? No?
Well, I've got 2 desktops and
Okay.
3 laptops.
So basically 3 computers.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was mean.
Oh well,
I'm too
one of the
snarky sometimes.
one of the laptops goes to dialysis with me, and another one serenades me to sleep at night. I just turn YouTube on and let it play all freaking night. And then there's the other one that I originally bought to take to dialysis with me, and then the screen went tits up. So I've been meaning to repair that damn thing since November.
Can you plug in a different screen?
What I did was bought a cable to, I can plug in another screen, but the problem is that I don't have any. I don't have any screens with that header. It's an old header. The old D shells that you had on the CRTs.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can take this out of here.
I'm not as tech savvy as you.
Yeah, the place to plug it in on the back of the screen
Hmm.
is for screens that are, I don't know, maybe 15 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see if I can. I don't know if I can. Well, this damn thing is probably 15 years old. Um,
It needs the old.
yeah,
Okay.
it needs the really old one. I mean, it was 100 and a quarter or something like that. I bought it in refurbished. I bought it in 2016, 16 or 17.
Not bad. Not bad.
I took it to Illinois with me for the eclipse, so I could
Nice.
keep in
Keep
contact
in
with
touch.
everybody.
Yeah. I have to run to the restroom. I'll be back
Oh,
in a
no,
minute.
take a rest.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna rest. I'll be quick.
Ah, Daddy's still going on the egg thing. Oh, my. So what do you got now? Combat vets into PTSD counseling. Oh my. Okay, that's very honorable work. Um, yeah, I know. I don't know if anybody even accepts the existence of PTSD, but it's a good thing it's getting better, Skits. I mean, really. There's a lot going on with that. It's, like people don't recognize PTSD. People don't recognize pain. They don't recognize chronic pain as anything that's worthy of treatment or anything like that. I know I'm dragging myself into this, but that's about all I'll say right now. Um, and I don't know if things are going to get any better or not, because the so-called healthcare system here in the U.S. was for shit anyway. And then now I'm just looking at the fascists taking absolute power, and then everything's going to go down the tubes. Not my idea of a good time.
I'm so scared that like our personal freedoms are just going to go out the window. I'm really
Yeah.
worried. I'm worried that they're going to stop letting trans people get appropriate health care. I'm worried
Oh,
that
that's coming already.
yeah, like they're already actively working against it, and like how far is this going to go? How far is this going to go? Is it going to be like they're going to be like, "Oh, if you were assigned male at birth, then like you can't be prescribed estrogen." Like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like how far is it going to go?
Well, if I remember correctly, it's either happened or is coming very soon. Ohio has already, if I remember correctly, made trans use of HRT illegal.
That's what I'm saying. Like why? Like why?
Because they don't like us. I mean, this is why I'm really happy I'm not in Ohio anymore. I mean, I grew up there. And
I mean, there's no reason. There's no reason for it.
mhm.
Besides that like they don't like it. And you
Yeah, I
know
guess.
what? The fact that you don't like something doesn't mean that you get to like dictate whether or not other people do it. Okay? Like, okay, fine. You don't like it and like you're not liking it is perfectly valid. Whatever. Doesn't mean that you get to dictate other people's lives. Like,
Hey, Mage, how you doing?
Mage
Hey,
is here.
StreamYards. You switched systems, huh?
But I haven't officially switched. It was just the one that was closest to me when I started this up. Because this is total rogue.
Uh,
Um, I got home a little while ago from dialysis, and I thought I would start up a stream and just say hi to everybody.
well, I've been sitting around pretty much doing nothing, so might as well pop in.
Yay! Oh my! 42 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't
Sorry, I've been bitching and moaning.
it? But yeah, what you been up to, sweetness?
Me, not much. Well, I did start my garden channel. That's one. I guess that's one thing.
No, we
We're
gotta
talking
shout
20
you
minutes
out all
outside.
over the place now.
As soon as I figure out how to get a video up.
And then
Well,
let's
I know
see.
a lovely lady who knows all about that, way better than me. She's right here.
Kate. Uh,
You're so silly.
oh man, I tell you. It amazes the hell out of me. I was thinking about something earlier today, and thinking about the stuff that Kate and I would be doing about politics and everything, and entirely through the Trump administration. And it's like, God damn, we've been doing this long. But yeah, amazing, amazing
I
thing.
I like I can't believe that it's like when I talk to younger people than me, they don't remember a time before everything was so politically divided. And
Yeah,
it's like hard to explain
yeah,
that
it is,
it's
isn't
like I knew kind of like had an idea of the political leanings of a lot of my friends, and there were things that like I disagreed with them about, but it was like the kind of thing where you could, politely mention that you like disagreed about something, and it wasn't
it?
like, oh my god, you're one of them, or like, and it's just I feel like most Americans still have views that are not necessarily polar opposites, right? But we are forced at this point to choose one or the other.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like. You're forced to take a side, and it's not my idea of a good time. I've lost a few friends when
I've
Trump
lost several.
was elected.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember things this bad during the Nixon administration. I don't. During the Watergate time, I don't remember things being this bad. But
What is this saying? Welcome to Hell World.
no,
I don't remember Nixon. I mean, I remember Clinton
well,
and that.
you're about what, 15 years younger than I am?
You just said how old you were the other day or earlier. I was born in 86.
Wow. Okay, in 86, I was 29.
Well, I'm not the youngest one here.
Yeah, I'm a baby.
No, in 3 weeks, I'll be 65, sweetie.
I was like, I think that it's more than 15 years, but like, I'm not going to say that.
Oh, my.
Like,
Well,
I'm younger
trying to
than
give you the
Kate.
benefit of the
So,
Well, Kate's older than me.
okay. Okay. So but you were born before 86?
79.
Okay.
79. I was out of college that first time.
No, tail end of 79.
You were like a full on 90s kid then. Like, well, not even 90s kid. You were like a 90s teenager.
Yeah, 90s teenager, 80s kid.
Yeah. You got like the best of the best.
God, I was a 60s kid. Jesus.
That sounds like that was probably like kind of a fun time too, but like in different ways. You know what? Better times to come. I'm just going to say better times to come. Skid Scratcher says 1983 for the win. Nice. Nice.
MTV generation. We feel neither highs nor lows.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm almost looking forward to dying at this point. It's like shit's going to shit, and I don't care.
Stop that.
And by the way, when you die, it doesn't hurt. The neck doesn't hurt anymore.
Right. Yeah, there is that. But like also I'll be sad because you won't be here. And I'm selfish. So we've talked about this.
I won't say a word. I won't say a word.
I want you to live. It's not like an altruistic, like the reason why I'm like, I'm going to be your caregiver person is not because I'm like such a nice person that I like just want to take care of you. No. I'm selfish and I want to see the next eclipse with you. And if you die, I can't do that. So
Well, I keep telling her she's contractually obligated to live.
I mean, yeah, like that's like we set a date. Like
I was looking forward to the next eclipse. I don't know. Let's see if I make it.
I mean, you just don't seem like the type of woman who stands someone up for a date. And I don't want to be proven wrong on that. So
No. I'm not going to be eating all that potato salad, let me tell you. Well,
the coffee potato salad.
I got spoons of it, like an idiot.
I like potato salad though. Like it keeps for quite a while. It's not like it goes bad that fast.
Well, I like it too. I just don't eat as much as I used to.
Yeah, you don't eat as much,
I
period,
used
as
to
you
weigh
used to.
240 pounds. And let's see, where am I now? Maybe about 175.
Nice. That's where I want to be. Like
Hey,
175.
Titan, how you doing, honey? Been a while.
Titan. Why am I behind everybody? I'm behind everyone.
I don't know.
Oh well.
Oh my. Yeah.
Hello, Titan.
It's also you finally saw him. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, the thing
I don't
about
like
it,
being behind.
one of the things about this system here is all you have to go through to get signed on. You sign in with your username and then your password, and then they mail you a code, and then you go in with that. And
On StreamYards?
yeah, at least that's what they do to me.
Oh. Usually I can like log right on, but you should be. Are you an authorized? You're an authorized user on mine. I don't know if you're on mine right now or not.
Yeah, it gave me the option to join one of your streams. Yeah, and then I just went on Lavender Lady, one of those things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it should be set up to do that.
As a matter of fact, two streams. It gave me the option to join.
Okay. I might just have them like still open, like whatever.
Well, I'm in two channels.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, because I have my Twitch and my YouTube probably on there.
Gato Pocon, Bella Garasoto Patiñe.
Okay.
That's all that I just say.
You said that you saw that, and that was what the two different ones were.
Oh, okay. And praise Jesus.
Uh-huh. But that means now, if we want, since our accounts are linked through StreamYards, we could go live like on my Twitch and your YouTube if we wanted to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
If we wanted to do like a co-stream sometime or something like that.
Oh man, I haven't done a co-stream in a good long time. I miss that.
A little while. I remember a few years ago. One.
Not Joe.
Or no, I just remember it was on somebody else's channel. I don't know if you co-streamed that one. I don't know. I don't remember.
Not Joe Witness and I did a Christmas show a few years ago. That's too long ago because that was his first Christmas. Because being a JW, he didn't do that stuff when he was younger, or wasn't.
Oh yeah, because it's illegal if you're a JW.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's funny that like they're not allowed to like do like Christmas.
Yeah,
Did he explain why that is?
I think it was something about the gift giving and the festivities that they didn't like.
So there's two answers that I've heard. And one is that like you're not supposed to like celebrate anybody besides God, like that's you're just like idol worshiping basically to like celebrate somebody's birthday, that you're like an idol and you're being worshipped on your birthday.
Yeah, I know that they don't do birthdays for that reason. Yeah.
And like but the other thing is that it's like anytime that like a birthday is celebrated in the Bible, like there's bad things associated with it. But like that's not like every birthday that was like existed in the Bible. So I don't like it's never been if there's a JW in the or a former JW in the chat, explain it to me better than that because like that is like the I feel like that is not a full understanding of like why they don't celebrate like birthdays, holidays, like any of that. That's like you're just not supposed to worship other shit. Like it's not worshiping.
JWs are just plain weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
All birthdays are bad, huh?
Say again, honey?
All birthdays are bad, huh?
Yeah.
All birthdays are
absolutely. Yeah, because you get older. That's what happens.
I mean, I don't disagree.
Well, statistically, those who have the most birthdays live the longest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Except for if you like count those people who like were born on a leap day.
Statistically. So
and then those poor kids who were born on February 29th.
Yeah, leap day.
Oh, I thought you had said a weekday, and I was thinking, what? Yeah,
No,
but
leap day. Yeah, yeah. The 29th of February.
Just sitting here
Well,
collecting some data on the cranberry hibiscus.
there you go. I'll tell you what, I am so happy that my birth mother worked out my birth to be 12 years to the day before the first manned lunar landing. That was really good. That was nice. Thank you, lady.
Nice. And that's your actual birthday?
Yeah. As far as I know, the birthday on the birth certificate is my actual birthday. Take care, Emily. You be good, okay?
Good to see you, Emily.
Yeah, July 20th, 1957, I took my first breath of air.
Okay. So that makes you what? What's your star sign?
Neon.
Okay.
No, I think I'm supposedly the cusp of Cancer and Leo or some shit like that. I mean,
Okay.
all right, I just tell them no parking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Doda Bakenta, Costebetrato, Colcalegrebete. Yeah, I was into that stuff for a while, years and years and years ago. Didn't get me laid, so gave it up.
I was into it for a while, got me a few jobs. It's okay. I'm a writer, so like if you can write that stuff, it's a lot of it is just like bullshit anyway. So it's
Yeah, I
just,
mean, I used
you
to
know.
know how to cast a horoscope, and it's amazing when you look through those books. They have you include so much that you sit there, I guess there's just no way you don't hit something.
Right. That is
Well,
exactly how it works.
I remember
That is
impressing a I
exactly how it works.
remember impressing a girl, well, by memorizing a couple pages from a book.
I mean, that works too. I mean, I can read your tarot. Like,
Oh yeah, I used to do tarot.
Oh, I used to read tarot cards. Yeah.
I don't know where my tarot cards went. Maybe they got thrown away in that whole
1, 2, 3,
up
4.
thing.
I've got 5 or 6 decks right over there.
Oh, Jesus. How many of them are Rider Waite?
I got 2 Rider-Waite Coleman decks. Um, and then like 3 that are based off of hers. Yeah.
Okay, then. And then there's good old Jordan. If you've heard of spirit science, this is the kid who believes in everything.
Everything.
Everything, especially the stuff that contradicts the other stuff he believes. And he's marketing a tarot deck.
You would see my favorite deck?
Oh my! I mean, some of those decks are pretty.
This one's gonna crack you up. I bought it like I seriously laughed when I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes, I must have this!" Just out of like the sheer irony of it. So you're familiar with Arthur Conan Doyle's
Oh
theories
yeah.
on and how he thought that the occult was like just a bunch of bullshit, and most of his writing reflected that, and like Sherlock Holmes really like goes hard on astrologists and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Sherlock Holmes tarot.
Oh my!
So like all of the minor arcana are like based on like moments in the different stories, and then like the major arcana are like the different characters, like
So what is death?
Inspector, what's his face, and like the queens are like some of the different like women that are in the story, you know. It's just like it's so ironic that I was just like I I feel like the existence of this deck either is making Arthur Conan Doyle roll over in his grave or laugh hysterically.
Both.
Yeah, probably both.
Raffle 6 feet under. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, it's my favorite deck just because it's so ironic.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Good
I
times.
need to pick up. I have 2 complete collections of Sherlock Holmes, and I really need to pick that stuff up and reread it. It's been a long time, and I love those stories.
I left it at my mom's house, but it was a not complete collection. I think it was complete collection of the short stories, and then I think it only had like one of the novels,
Okay.
but it wasn't all of the because that's a little bit chunky, and it was one volume that was like a little bit chunky, but not huge.
Yeah, I have a 1 volume. Damn thing must weigh 25 pounds.
That's yeah, because there's like several novels in there.
And then when I belonged to the Book of the Month Club years ago, and got another multi-volume set of Doyle through them.
Nice. I have never belonged to Book of the Month Club, but like I always look at it kind of longingly. Now, one that I did read for the first time this year, and some of you guys know this because it was my one New Year's resolution, was I read Murder on the Orient Express for the first time.
Okay, I have not read that one yet.
I won't tell you how it ends, although if you don't know how it ends, like I don't know how I missed it in popular culture, but read it quick because people will totally spoil it for you.
My ex-wife was a big fan of Agatha Christie.
I love Agatha Christie. I particularly love Hercule Poirot.
Okay.
What's her face? Was it Mrs. Marples? I don't remember.
Oh, Marple. Yeah.
She's not my favorite. Like I like her. She's cute. She's adorable. Poirot is like he's somebody pointed it out to me like not that long ago that they're like, well, like he's obviously has autism and that's like why you connect with him. And I'm like, that does make sense. I don't know if she wrote him to be autistic or maybe she like partly based him off of a person in her life who like was autistic, but like, oh my gosh, he definitely is. Like
Wouldn't be surprised if it was basing it off of somebody.
yeah. Yeah. Well, especially like back then, I don't know if they had as much like if she would have been able to research autism like that to like be that, accurate.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
When was it written?
Not that long ago, but like it's not like actually long enough ago to like be considered a classic, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it to see when that was written. And what I'm seeing are references to the films, and I don't want that.
Yeah, fuck the films. No, I have seen the one with what's his face? The
Oh,
TV
here we go.
series.
No, that's not it.
Publishing date 1934.
Tobaleki.
Okay. Because I was like, it was post Great Gatsby, but not like that far post Great Gatsby.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I haven't done all that much reading of any kind.
So I guess that would be considered a classic now because that's almost 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'd consider it a classic.
Diana, we're old.
Yep. I know I am. So Native is a John Grisham fan. Okay.
I've read some John Grisham.
I haven't read much fiction at all, to tell you the truth.
My favorite contemporary mystery writer has to be this actually kind of a weird tie between Faye Kellerman and Jonathan Kellerman lately. I read like a couple of his latest books and I really like them. I read Faye Kellerman when I was younger and
Mm.
got hooked on her stuff. I think because like my parents let me read it, but it was like a little bit spicy and I was like,
Mm.
you know. But my parents were like, yeah, it's a detective novel. You can read that.
Oh,
Um,
well, hell, my ex, my most recent ex, read Roots when she was, what, 9 or 10.
yeah, no, don't do
It
that
was
to
like,
children.
what was her mother doing letting her read that? But, oh, well.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
so that's where autistic comes from. Just reading up on the origin of it. Autos, meaning self, from Romanization of
Aí o
Greek.
gosto.
So selfism?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you kind of dive into yourself,
Or
get out.
referring to autistic withdrawal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the patient, the noted patient that it came up with was withdrawing into fantasies.
I don't know that
Hmm.
we necessarily withdraw into I guess sometimes we do, but like
Yeah.
sometimes it's just we just withdraw into like
Well,
ourselves.
this is like the first time it was coined too. So you gotta figure things
Right.
aren't gonna be.
Yeah, they have a very vague understanding and not
Yeah.
very accurate. Yeah, exactly.
God, I
It
remember
trying to
the.
describe an elephant from seeing and feeling only its trunk, right?
I remember that story. Yep.
See,
Oh, but
autism, as it's known today, can draw back to the late 1930s. So it was just starting to be a diagnosis. Somewhat looks like it's the first one was 1938. So it was been a little bit after the book.
roughly 100 years then.
So there's probably no way that Agatha Christie knew that the character that she was writing was autistic.
Yeah.
But didn't know what to call it anyway. I'm sure that there were
Yeah.
people like that walking around. Yeah.
Yeah. She captured it so well, and so it's one of like after I realized that, I started thinking about it and I realized that it is one of like the best portrayals of autism because it's not he's still the freaking hero of the story. It's not something that it's like people are embarrassed of him because of it. It's in some ways it does make him an outsider, but like his friends still love him and his you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like and like yeah there are things that like people do to like try and help accommodate him and stuff like that, but like they do it out of love and because he is such an asset to their lives as well, you know what I mean? It's not like oh they have pity on him or anything like that. Like they're happy to spend time with him, they're happy to be in his presence, and like I just think it's like a really beautiful portrayal of somebody who's like maybe neurodivergent. That like, yeah.
I am so happy that nobody in my adoptive family was neurodivergent because they would have gone through some absolute hell. I mean, it was bad enough for the two of them who were left-handed.
Have you ever do you like watching animes?
I have not watched much anime, although it's not something that's disagreeable to me.
There's one anime, Goblin Slayer. I'm pretty well convinced that the main character is autistic, though it's never
Yeah.
Okay.
mentioned since it's in a fantasy world.
No,
Something about in a fantasy world. I didn't hear the first part of that sentence.
The anime is set in a fantasy world, so I doubt they'd use something in a diagnosis like autism.
But
no,
something similar like that. That
I've
sounds
seen
really cool.
some anime. I mean, I rather like Inuyasha. I like.
No, that one did get criticized for having rape scenes in it from the Well, they're the bad guys, the goblins.
The
I,
bad guys were
yeah.
raping. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's how they reproduce in the show.
What, like dolphins?
sucks.
Yeah, they kidnap women and they brutalize them.
Well,
Force them to
dolphins
have to.
or Republicans. Yeah, well,
And Goblin Slayer's whole thing is he's super hyper focused on eliminating all goblins.
Well, maybe you should be if that's how they reproduce.
Yeah.
I could just imagine a Bender equivalent. Where Bender is
Futurama.
kill all humans.
Uh-huh. Kill all goblins. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Let's kill all goblins.
I thought it was a good twist to it to give them an extra level of threat, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with killing all rapists. I know some
Yeah.
people say that that's a little bit drastic. I'm
I
not
don't
going to
know what I
argue
do,
with
really.
you. Like you're entitled to your opinion.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
saying that if they like suddenly started killing all rapists,
Well,
I probably wouldn't put up much of a
I'm in
fight.
favor I'm in favor with it on paper. In practice, there's problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Well, it's a lot of work. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
There are so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I don't know. Oh my, oh my. Oh, I didn't see that you had said that, Skits. Your birthday's next week.
I mean, like you take away women's right to choose, I will fucking fight you tooth and nail. Like tell me where to show up with body armor on and I will.
Monkey.
You tell me that they're executing rapists.
Mm,
Well, it's like if I was charged with having to
I'm reading an
protect.
article about it.
I mean, it's like if I was charged with having to protect the Supreme Court from being assassinated or something. I saw an assassin coming up. I'd definitely make sure my shoes were tied.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to wonder, do the justices know what they did? Do they know the ramifications by ruling? Well, they didn't rule abortion illegal. They just threw it back to the states. So, in what, about 2/3 of the states, it's now illegal and unobtainable. I mean, do
It's
they
illegal and
realize
unobtainable
what
where
they
I live, yeah.
did?
Wasn't it about a dozen that had trigger laws, and then there's going to be another dozen or so that's going to make it illegal in next year or so?
That's what I remember. Yeah, I think the number I saw was 29 states where within a year it's going to be absolutely illegal. I could be wrong on that exact number, but I mean, it's especially in places like I think Ohio, where it's illegal no matter what. I mean, if you're carrying, if you're impregnated with Uncle Daddy's kid, then you're up shit's creek.
Well, it's worse than that. In situations like mine. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, like abbreviated version, we had a birth control failure. I, because of the medication and shit that I was on at the time, had what would end up to be a high risk pregnancy. It at the time that I found out that I was pregnant was not high risk, but because of the medications that I was on, it would cause birth defects. If I stopped taking the medication right away, it was potentially not lethal to the child, but it would be a high risk pregnancy.
Okay then. Yeah.
The way that the law stands where I live now, because it immediately went into law, because the governor signed off on that shit immediately. If I was to get pregnant in the exact same situation today, I would have to wait until it became threatening to me, which could be anywhere from 6 to 8 months,
Yeah.
right? drawing out the pain of knowing that I'm not going to be able to raise this child, even if we're going to call it a child that I had. Okay. So potentially I could have died.
Yeah.
That's like, and I had an abortion when we talked about it, and it was pretty much as soon as we could, but it was because there were other options, but we were not in a place where we could raise a special needs child. And it was like definitely going to be a high special needs child.
Yeah.
And that's assuming that it would survive. And there was a very good chance that it would not survive.
Right.
So we decided to terminate while that fetus was small enough to where it didn't have any nerve endings. It didn't feel anything. It wasn't feeling any pain or anything like that. In such a situation now, the pregnant person has to wait until that fetus's nervous system develops to where like then it's actually like a painful procedure, not only to the pregnant person, but also to that fetus.
Yeah.
Like all you're doing is prolonging and causing more pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all you're doing. And they're saying, oh, well, if the parent's life is in danger, if the pregnant person's life is in danger, then you can terminate, but not before. Even if we know that it will be a situation where down the road, their life will be in danger.
Right.
And hey, hate to break it to you, but literally any pregnancy could turn out to be life-threatening to the pregnant person. Okay.
Yep.
There's
being pregnant is always more risky to your health than not being pregnant.
The risk is 33 times higher than getting a clinic, going to a clinic and getting an abortion, carrying the full term. Oh, this is pretty interesting here. You know, like always talking about states' rights. We'll also have some of these trying to push for a federal ban on abortion, which that kind of contradicts your whole states' rights argument. Anyway, I have another little post here. Somebody was posting back to me. He was like, "We technically aren't even talking about a fetus in most cases of abortion, in which it to be 11 weeks gestation, and 2/3 of abortions take place at or before 9 weeks. We're talking about something with fewer cells than a little toe." But somebody posted back, "Tell that to all the Dems pushing for a full term plus abortion." And he posted some right-wing article about what California is doing. I posted back and said, "So you're against states deciding this stuff?" Personally, I don't think the government, federal or state, it has any business in our personal health decisions. But that said, constitutionally, it belongs at the state level. If you think the government at any level should stay out of it, that's what Roe versus Wade protected. Then replies back to me, so it's only kicked it from federal back to the states. Means where constitutionally it belongs. 10th Amendment and blah blah blah. Like I posted back, what do you think Roe versus Wade did exactly? He never replied back to me.
I mean, personally, I would like a conversation between my fist and Clarence Thomas's mouth, but that's another story entirely. And he's the one who's talking about reviewing Griswold and let's see, what's the marriage equality one? And I'm surprised he hasn't mentioned Loving, which would be really interesting considering who he's married to.
Well, I mean, like, if we just look at, like, already the states already, like, freaking limit that shit beyond, like, okay, like, women have the right to an abortion, but, like, you have to jump through 47,000 hoops before they overturned Roe. Like, this not, for instance, here's one. You ready? I did not know until last week that the abortion pill is safe for up to 10 weeks.
Yeah.
You know why I didn't know that? Because I live in a red state where if you're pregnant past 6 weeks, you have to have a surgical abortion.
Ah, son of a bitch.
They force you. They forced me at 7.5 weeks. They forced me to go through the most painful thing that I've ever been through in my entire life. Physical pain on top of like all the emotional pain and everything else that I was feeling at the time. I could have medically, I could have just taken a pill and had contractions at home. And like, yeah, it sounds like that's pretty fucking painful too. But like, literally the most pain that I've ever felt in my entire life. Like, to the point of like, I like blacked out, like screaming my ass off. It was that fucking painful.
What, a
Those
DNC?
rooms have fucking soundproof walls for a reason. Because it is that fucking painful. And they forced me to go through that.
No,
That reminds me of one of the before abortion was legal stories I was watching. And the lady was having to go through one of those really painful abortions, and she was told, if you scream, they'll hear you. So she actually couldn't scream while it was being performed. So you can imagine what you go.
I couldn't not scream. I couldn't not scream.
She said that she basically felt like she left her body to keep herself from screaming.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I probably left my body as well. Yeah.
And I imagine what she went through is probably even worse than what you experienced, considering the conditions that she was probably under.
I don't know. It's not something that I would wish on my worst enemy. Like, and the fact that they forced me to go through that when I didn't have to is like, the amount of anger that I felt the other day when I figured that out, I was like,
yeah, definitely worth it. Jeez.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry.
Moving on.
I hate to say it, but yeah, there are some times that I'm thankful that I'm trans rather than cis. But
I don't know. I'm at the point where like I'm ready to just like order a bunch of abortion pills like online and like wait for the feds to like show up and arrest me. Like fine, put me in jail. Like if you really want to like put people in jail for taking the abortion pill, I'll take one for the team. You know what I mean?
oh my!
I don't want to go to jail,
it wouldn't
but I
be
will.
the feds. It would be Missouri cops that would be after you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But also, like, if I could just like distribute them to like AFAB people and be like,
yeah, there you go. That would be the
keep
move.
this if you need it, if you know anyone who needs it, you know.
Oh, you know that kind of underground stuff is going to start happening.
Oh yeah, I wonder what kind of shelf life that stuff has.
That's a good point. Should research
I remember hearing that stated. What was it? Crap, I can't remember now. Doesn't have a very long shelf life though.
Okay. So I need to like order it regularly and like keep it in my freezer or something.
Yeah, some like a few months, I think.
I find myself wishing, I find myself wishing that I had space for a fume hood, solvent cabinet, and stuff like that. You know, mix this stuff up here.
Yeah.
You know, people are probably going to start doing something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's not all going to be safe either.
That's another thing that I'm really, really concerned about. And that's, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about that. It's just every time that a government has made it harder for people to get legal abortions, we end up with people dying from illegal abortions. Like,
yep. Well, yeah, I mean, this is where the religious nuts are, full of shit, because their ban on abortions once they get it isn't going to reduce the number of abortions. It's going to reduce the number of safe abortions.
Exactly.
It's that
Yep.
extra word in there that means everything.
In fact, I even had the statistics to show that.
And to think that in Ireland, it took a woman's death to finally get people thinking about legalizing abortion there.
Well, and at the time they had tens of thousands of AFAB Irish people that were going over to the UK to get abortions
I hear
every year.
estimated 829,000 illegal or self-induced abortions occurred in 1967 before Roe versus Wade, and that's only 4% less than what occurred in 2017. And that tracks with the population growth because there was about a 4% increase in population, or 40% increase in population, I should say. So figure about 10% of the population. Yeah, 4%.
Cerrado português.
So I also figured,
we're practicing our arithmetic. There are people in the side chat.
Let's see. In the states that are to ban it, will or have banned it or will ban it, going by the that 2017 number, that means we're looking at about 238,740 women who can't get an abortion they would have.
Uh-huh.
Well, and they're still going to get abortions.
Yeah, and most of them will still
Yep.
get an abortion. So I think I've heard the figure I've heard was something like it'll be maybe 14% won't.
Yeah, it's still like 85%. Like 85% of people will resort to illegal measures because they fucking have to. Because it's never a first choice. It's always a last resort. Like it's like people don't get that, like, you're taking away the last resort. Like,
And the thing is, another thing that's going to increase though is murders of pregnant women by their husbands and boyfriends.
Because they don't want to fucking pay child support. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know it's going to happen. And accidental ones too. I guess that's not murder, that's more like manslaughter, but like that's going to happen too, where it's like, oh, well, he was trying to like help her abort and she died.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like, now you're in prison for the next 20 years.
Hey, Grudge, how you doing, honey? Oh, and I don't know. Maybe it is this way. Maybe it isn't this way. But I can only envision the pro-forced birth people just sitting and rubbing their hands together like that businessman on The Simpsons. What the hell his name was?
Burns. Mr. Burns.
There you go. Yeah, and it's like, like, come on, man.
Somebody pointed out to me not that long ago that if Trump was skinnier and balder, that he would be Mr. Burns.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, you're right.
Oh man, I've seen Trump in profile, and it's not pretty.
It's not. No, he's so not like. It reminds me of like a bird, like when you see a bird in profile, how like their belly kind of like sticks out, and they have that like that shape, where they look like they're maybe gonna tip over. Like,
oh man, and sometimes I'd like to blame him for all of this, but I can't, because it's the people who elected him such that he could appoint in a 3 illegitimate justices when you really look at it under the conditions they were appointed and confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was really hoping
somebody else.
I was really actually hoping until the 2020 election that like something would happen and that they would just be like, nope, like delete him as a president. Like we're electing a new 45. Like undo. Like
I just wish there was some way to turn it back. Yeah, I do.
yeah. Well, especially after like he had appointed Kavanaugh. It was like okay, because at that point in time like they were talking about 25th Amendment and a few other things and it was like okay, but like if they can prove because it was still after Kavanaugh that they were talking about like that um now it did turn out that it wasn't actual illegal well it was sort of illegal interference but the Russian interference wasn't like actual voter box interference but they were still like hashing out that
Yeah.
battle right and so
Yeah.
they were like did he potentially like not even win was it a fraudulent election and it was like well if they overturn the election then like would they like de-seat Kavanaugh but they didn't so
That would have been a whole, oh God, that would have been a can of worms.
mhm.
Because what do you do? Yeah, if you determine that Trump was installed fraudulently, what do you do with everything that he did while he occupied the Oval Office?
Yeah.
Well, I know what we can do, though. We can turn the U.S. into an autocracy with me as the autocrat. I'll fix it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the message of The Great Gatsby. I saw somebody recommending that the other day without like any context, and I was like, please don't just like randomly recommend that to people
There you go.
because they're gonna walk away being like, oh, well, we just don't have the right people running it. Like, I can give up all of my autonomy to like somebody else, but it has to be the right person.
Bush and boy. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a bunch of poo poo. That's what it is.
It's all a bunch of poo poo.
Again, foo, boo, and goo. I is really full of poo, and I is really full of the poo. No. This the petron da tayo kerese.
Oh, really?
Mologopanie, kerega ponta yakari, ke te perodie yakanimina. I looked that one up. I just threw it into Google Translate, and it turns out that Google Translate brings Yakanimina back as I am Kanimin from the Russian. Oh, well. It's amazing what I find that actually means something.
That you thought that you were speaking nonsense. Well, we thought you were speaking nonsense too.
There you go.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah, you're right.
Toste te perodie, na paranie mele costo.
I'm gonna have to go to the store in a little bit.
Oh,
I go to the local grocery.
and you've got to get some dinner. Let's see. You've got to get dill pickles and vanilla ice cream with shallots. And let's see. Shiitake mushrooms. I tried sauteing shiitake and I did not like it. I prefer them raw.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not big on mushrooms at all, but they're just weird to me. But
I don't
I
have.
used to have more of an issue with them. Now it's more just like, I'll try it.
I don't have them all that often. One of these days, I'll have to stuff some portobellos.
I have had so when I first quit eating meat, like it was really popular for people to like grill portobello mushrooms and like eat it like a burger.
Oh, okay.
And it always just kind of like tasted like soap to me, and I was like, I don't know why I'm eating soapy sponge on a bun.
Mm. Man, I can't go vegetarian anymore.
Yeah, I mean, how would you get your protein?
Well, that's the whole bit there. Yeah, and they want me to eat red meat for the protein and for the iron and for that shit.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah, if
keep
I
telling them, you know how much that costs, right?
no, I don't because I haven't eaten meat in a really long time.
Oh man, the last time I bought a steak, I think it was about $10 a pound.
I remember I bought ground beef for my boss, not well, okay, it's been years ago now. But and I was like, "Wow, this food is expensive."
I can make it last. Actually, I'm not with the way my metabolism works. I'm not sure if I go vegetarian or vegan into well. It's just,
I
yeesh. I'm not sure if I can quite maintain the nutrients without going really expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing, the cost of it all.
oh, you can. You can be a fatty for cheap as a
Well,
vegetarian.
there's a difference between going fat and having a good diet.
Yeah, it's hard to like, yeah. Yeah, because meat is like such a good like lean protein and like yeah, it's a lot of work to
And no,
like
I'm not
not
so
eat
sure if
meat.
I could go fat
About
even
it.
eating cheap because I've tried that.
It's I when I think about like how easy it was to eat before I quit eating meat, it's like I kind of miss that. Where it was like I could just go like in the fridge and like grab a piece of lunch meat and like stave off the hunger and it wasn't really that unhealthy, you know?
Mm.
I should
But
probably download a video editor.
I've
Sorry, I'm
been
thinking
using
myself out loud.
I've been using the Microsoft video editor lately because I have Premiere Pro on my computer. Um but
Well, the
like
one
it's my wife uses it. It's a little daunting to me.
the one that was recommended to me was the DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still playing with oh, what is that open source thing called?
OBS?
Say again?
OBS?
Um,
But you're editing, so no, it's not. That's
no,
streaming.
the editing software is OpenShot.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
It's cheap.
Open shot.
Open source usually is.
Yeah.
I think I might download GIMP so I can have a decent image editor.
Oh, I
I
definitely like GIMP. I do.
I have Paint. I'm used to Paint Shop Pro, and I have Photoshop on my old computer, but it's kind of a half-dead computer at this point.
Oops. Doy corazante.
Yeah, I might still be able to use it to make a banner for this channel just to get something up there. But
Nice, yeah.
Well, Grudge, I don't eat all that often as well. I mean, I've eaten now, and I think this is the first time I've eaten anything significant in 3 days. I just can't eat anymore. I fill up too quickly.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I fill up quickly and I throw up.
Mm.
So when I see my GP on the 18th, I definitely have to put that one to him and try to figure out what's going wrong here because I'm throwing up almost every day.
That's
I'm
not
surprised
good.
I haven't already.
You were doing that before you were on dialysis,
Yeah, I was.
but I thought that the dialysis was supposed to.
I guess not.
Hmm. Okay.
You're
Is
mostly
it as bad as it was back then?
Say again.
Is it as bad as it was back then?
It's getting as bad as it was. Yeah,
That's not good. So when's your
not good.
appointment with
Not
your
good at
GP?
all. Hmm?
When's your appointment with your GP?
Oh,
When?
when's my appointment with the GP? July 18th.
Okay. And then the 25th is your appointment with your pain doctor, is that right?
Um, well, no. On the 18th, I'm going. Well, one of the things I'm going to do is ask him about the throwing up, and the other thing is beg him for a referral to the pain
Okay.
clinic,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
we'll figure out when I'm going there.
Okay.
And
Do
yeah,
you have like an online access port where you can like email him?
I did, but it's not working right anymore. So when I go there, I'm going to have to ask the office people what the hell's going on. I tried to make the appointment with him online, and it wouldn't let me do a damn thing.
Hmm. You might try calling and see if you can get a referral before you even see him. Because if he knows it's something that's like ongoing, he might just go ahead and give you the referral and then you can go ahead and make the appointment.
Well, when I called for the appointment with David, that's what I did. I asked, they said, "Why are you wanting the appointment?" And I said, "Well, two reasons. Number one, I'm throwing up all the time, and number two, I need a referral to the pain clinic."
Okay.
So
Okay. So
yeah,
they know.
yeah, they were going to give me an appointment that week, but unfortunately, it was on a Thursday, and Thursday's my dialysis day.
Okay.
So I hate having to live my life around dialysis. I really do.
Do they have a like an on-call list where it's like if they have like a cancellation that day, they can like put you on the
Yeah, they,
list to
they
call?
do have an on call, but I've not been lucky enough to get bumped up for it.
Okay. Well, you never know.
Daí caresta, manda comparadi mento galeria carasenta yakanimina. What the fuck am I talking about?
You telling me to shut the fuck up and
Yeah,
let you
daí
take care of your own medical shit. And that's all I caught.
Oh my, oh my. Try to get a
Stop fucking worrying about you all the time. That's what you're saying.
I would really like if I could. Oh, that's what I have to do yet. Thank you. I have to call my transplant coordinator and find out if there's anything more that she wants.
Yes, and if there's anything she needs from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all about me. I
Moo!
remind you, I'm fucking selfish.
Moo, 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 moo. Moo, 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 moo. Thank you, Erica. Now you got that song stuck in my head. You ever watch The Gutsick Gibbon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, her theme song.
Actually, I think I'm behind the video with her.
Say again?
I think I'm behind in the video with her.
Okay.
Still got one to watch. Damn it.
I don't stay up to date on everybody's videos.
She's fun.
I'm the worst.
She runs
Sorry.
long, but she's fun.
I was just seeing if I could find maybe some lab around here that I could talk to about sending like samples and stuff in for like soil samples and stuff, so I can do a more science and see thing for this channel.
Science is fun. Gardening science is great.
Yeah, that's one aspect I want to do with this thing, if I can, is to take a more scientific approach to it.
My wife used to always say that I was playing mad scientist whenever I was like messing with like my fertilizers and pH and stuff like that.
Oh, fertilizer and fertilizer has a lot of science behind it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. science that can go boom.
Yeah, if you don't do things right.
Yeah, you gotta be
Yeah,
careful.
you don't usually put fertilizer under pressure.
Yeah, true. I love that, like, most of the fertilizer bottles, like, I think my wife asked me that one time. She's like, why do they all have like little holes in the top of the cap? And I'm like,
Okay,
it's
then.
funny. It's funny. It's like, you know that they use fertilizer as explosives, right?
Oh, yeah. Nitrogen makes some really great boom booms.
Yeah. It's because you do not want that shit under pressure. All right.
Ci sta capaloide.
One
Met
of the channels
prata e gara sa tipani.
one of the channels I go to is the Gardening in Canada. The person who runs that channel is a soil scientist.
Nice.
Oh, whoa. Sta tapaya karastoya. And I is so full of poo. Really, really full of poo.
I mean, they're pretty much the only channel I'm aware of that it goes in the scientific direction for gardening.
Yeah, I know like a few gardening, more like hydroponic channels, but like it's still not very scientific. It's just more like set up equipment, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That's just one aspect I want to do with. I'm gonna be doing a lot of garden walkthroughs and how to do this and the other thing.
How
That
to
would be
raise
a nice
marijuana.
It'd be
Uh,
nice to have like your perspective on it though, like also as
yeah,
a science.
yeah.
Yeah.
The science stuff is if I do that, it's gonna be maybe once every few months, just because of all the research I'd have to put into it.
Oh,
Right on. It would be something unique to your channel though, that's for sure.
Yeah, it would be. Like I know there was one other channel I know of that took that approach, but they're not even making videos anymore. So, but they had good. It's a good channel though.
Yeah, a lot of people get like burnt out or move on or they get another job or that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
Well, this isn't going to be like a main thing I do either. This is just kind of a so if if this thing never catches on and just stays small, I'm totally fine with that.
yeah, that's how I am with my channel. It's like it's a hobby and
okay, there's there.
I'm just seeing it as more of an extension to the gardening I'm already doing. So
right. Yeah, and like whenever I've gone through periods where it's like not fun, like I quit uploading, like because it's not fun. Which I don't think has been like great for like my channel analytics, but you know what? It's been fine for my mental health because otherwise I'd probably be locked up right now.
yeah, and most of the videos I do starting off is going to probably just be with my phone filming stuff, so it's not going to be that great.
There's a lot of YouTubers who like still do that, so
Yeah.
that's especially like with as nice of cameras as like phone cameras are these days.
Oh, come on, you.
I did one little walkthrough about a week or so ago to just kind of test things out with the camera.
Yeah. Did it go well?
I have to put it into my computer, see how it turned out. It seemed to be good running it off the phone. So
Good deal. I am probably going to take off as soon as I finish this row.
Oh, I was getting ice cream.
You're getting ice cream? Is that for you to take your pills with? Did you take your pills?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I got to take the pills a loose, which means I've got to. Well, I'm out of coffee and I'm too lazy to make more, so I'll just get a little bit of water.
Diana, why did you make the last cup of coffee?
Oh, wait a minute. There is a little bit of coffee in there, so I can take the pills.
You're supposed to take the pills with the coffee. That's why you made the coffee.
I am a dumb shit. That is what is in my ears to is.
No.
That is what is in my ears to is on into. Yes. You got that. You got that. Oh, my. And then let's get this. I'm a walking pharmacy, for Christ's sake.
Well,
Well, let's see, it's about 6 o'clock, so I guess that's dinner for you.
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
You're gonna
Time
be
flies.
taking pills for the rest of your life, though. So you may as
Yeah,
well
pretty much.
get accustomed to it.
Expensive pills if I get my way.
Well, will insurance not cover the anti-rejection drugs?
Um, the way I understand it, it'll cover a percentage, but the co-payment is still prohibitive. I mean, if you're talking about $1,000 a pill or whatever,
No, it's not gonna be
maybe
$1,000
not quite
a pill.
$1,000. I think it's maybe $10,000 a month.
But how much is your insurance gonna pay? What's your copay?
I'm guessing here that I might have maybe even $1,000 a month as copay.
No. There's federal programs at this point to like make sure that you don't pay that much.
Would
The
be
most
nice.
it should be like $400. The most.
Oh,
And if
my.
it's more than $400, then there's like federal grants that'll pay for it. If it is $400, then like we can talk about other programs.
Yeah, because
But
I'll tell you, 400 is prohibitive for this girl.
yeah, I mean 400 sucks.
Yeah, 400 would be a lot even for me. I mean, that'd be like
Yeah.
double my food bill.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is that like then there's like programs that are private programs that will like help you out. And we just have to find the right one.
Because I don't like the begging that I do just to get to and from dialysis, because that costs me about 300 a month. And
I
I'm
know,
hoping
yeah.
that I can get cheaper transportation next month when I turn 65.
That would be cool. But still, we'll figure out your meds. Like it's just going to be a process. It's not going to be easy,
Oh,
but it's going to be a
God.
process.
Okay, let's see here. It would be nice if a quart of ice cream per week would do it. If that would be a good medication, but I don't think
Yeah.
that would work.
That would be cool.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've said if I could have any one superpower, first thing I'd pick would be the tactile biokinesis. And work on myself too.
Okay.
So like you can just like change your body, is that?
By altering cells, you can basically quite literal touch somebody and heal them, or cause them to break out in cancer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah, but God, I say, this is why I want to turn the U.S. into an autocracy with me as the autocrat. I don't know if it would be the exact first thing I would do, but it would be one of the first things that I would do, would be to establish an all-encompassing national health system.
Yeah. I would vote for you. But if it's an autocracy, you're just going to have to take power.
I'm thinking, don't vote for autocrats.
That's what I was just saying. It's like you're just going to have to take power, though. Like
There you go.
you're going to be like,
I would need a loyal military behind me.
yeah.
Ah,
I feel like Mars is probably going to be an autocracy whenever Musk gets there.
okay, let's get the
Just be Elon as the leader.
chocolate syrup here.
Yeah. Especially, you said it's vanilla ice cream. It needs some chocolate. Damn it.
Okay.
No, vanilla's good on its own.
Now we're talking.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you.
I was looking for hot fudge and I couldn't find any.
I have the fudge magic shell.
Nice.
Oh, I saw
Nice.
some of
The
that.
little-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that. I add some butterscotch, and sometimes if I feel like it, I'll add a cap of rum.
Ah, okay.
Living life on the wild side.
Yeah. What
A little bit of spiced rum. It's a little cap.
Okay, honey.
It's really good on ice cream.
Has some iced tea
Nice.
now.
All right. Well, I have to take off.
Well, I guess I'll kind of take off too while I'm at it. So,
Should I wait for you to sign
okay, you guys got anything coming up in the future? Excuse me, what you doing? I know what you're doing, Mage.
Yeah. All sorts
I-
of seedy things.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out Mage's new channel. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot of books. I'm probably gonna be talking about some books on my channel. So
Yeah, there's nothing on my channel right now. I just started it yesterday, so I don't even have a banner put up yet.
well, it sounds like you're working on it though. And enjoying it, which is the main part.
Yeah.
I guess I'll stick that in the chat one more
Don't
time.
ever go into this stuff with the idea that you're going to make money.
Oh no, actually, I making money might be detrimental to me. In fact,
I mean, it is for some people if they're like on a payment, like whatever. But yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
honey.
Love you. I will be posting probably later this week about having this journal finished and up and posted on Amazon.
Ooh.
So that's pretty excited. Or pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited. I can't even talk. That's how excited I am.
Sounds
also-
good. Yeah, and I think I'm going to take off. So to everybody out there, I want to thank everybody who's here, and I want to thank everybody who's not here. You guys keep me going, and I hate you for it. Oh, but then again, what can I tell you? Well, I know what I can tell you. I can tell you all, thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.
later.
Where the hell is that X? There it is.
She just left us. Did she leave us on her channel?
I guess so.
Well,
Since you're heading out, I'll say goodbye.
bye. I'm gonna take off as well. All right, guys. See you in the next one.